Dad always beat that in our schools growing up. I don't know who it was for y'all, but my dad, when he came back from overseas, he would always just share those experiences with us. Those guys over there, I think the stories over there that I really like gravitated to was just like, he was like, it's not that like they have it bad. He's just like, they're just happier with less.
If you widen that net and you cast a whole bunch of things that make you happy, all these little small things, it's much more enjoyable.
There was the time
that flat out is the craziest thing.
That might be it.
That is the singular. I can't believe you just remembered that. That is the craziest thing. You weren't there.
I wasn't there, but
I was there. Eyewitness account. Absolutely just
drinking the chick's Gatorade at the front desk check. Slammed her Gatorade.
He was a
shirt off.
Started rearranging the stuff on the bulletin board.
And there's the naysayers. They're always the naysayers. But my focus would be building the brand. Like, yes, you do whatever you want, but then how are you going to do it? What's the substance? What's the foundation of what you're, like, how are you carrying out what you want to do? Like you're saying, you're living life, you're being a father, you're getting a new job, you're doing whatever, but you're going to lean back on that foundation of the spiritual foundation, my ethical foundation. I'm building a brand. And that's taken out of context now because you want to build a brand of followers and likes and all this stupid stuff. But like building a brand of your family is, I think, it's deeper and it's hard because you got to check yourself. You got to pick yourself apart. You got to tear yourself down to really find out what's making you tick. And then you got to convey that in a positive manner and in a motivating manner, because that's not fun. That's not a fun answer to find sometimes. And then convey it to the ones you love to help you build that brand. Is it confidence or is it curiosity?
That's a good question.
Both, I think.
Yeah.
Because my personality is, I want to try new things all the time, learn new things all the time. If I could go back to high school or college, I would do more stuff around campus and just get to know people. Because really, getting to know people is how you get new perspectives. You meet people that you can learn stuff from. You can also give them something from you. It's not just take, you also give.
But we had a lot of fun and we had a lot of camaraderie. I would say we had really good, pretty close-knit teams.
We liked each other, always.
Genuinely had 40 guys that could hang out and eat together, and it's just like, to me, that team building where everybody's suffering together. You know, people are wanting to quit.
Yeah.
People did quit.
People did quit, didn't show up that day, puked their lights out through the finish line. That's like the turning point before each season where the team just jumped together.
We don't get a headset, just...
No. I only have one headset you guys can fight over.
I have 2 AirPods. 2 sets of AirPods.
You guys can fight over.
Can I keep it down there?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Stogies with Bogey. Tonight, we are at Casa Jones in Gainesville, in the kids' playroom because it's raining outside. So no cigars tonight. But we have one of my best friends, if not my best friend, best man, Jimmy Jones, number 3. And we have Louis Olivier, resident of Gainesville, and 3 husbands altogether. This might be the first time we're squatted up with the hubbies, so I don't know how they let us do this, but we thank them for it every night. But yeah, guys, so I know we were talking about kind of what we wanted to talk about. The going theme has been, we're all close to 30. We're all climbing that ladder. I know you've got a couple more years than we do, but some people are even over that, what we've had on the past. But it's like, we've been go baseball since travel baseball. And we dug into that with Corey Tufts and Brady Van Hook last time, and they're still coaching, which is wild. I retired from that because that's just a different animal. Very large time commitment and just crazy, man. Everyone thinks they're D1. Everyone thinks whatever. And we play with guys like Louis that could hit the ball country mile, hit any pitch under the sun, and you were at Division II Embry-Riddle, and there's still guys better than that. So, there's just so many good baseball players out there. But basically, it was just the transition. I know you guys are very, successful. I would consider you in the successful category of just life. So, the couple watchers watching this, and anyone else, it's just everyone's going through the same thing. We're pursuing different paths of life. So I just wanted to ask you one question to start off. What was the craziest memory that you guys can think of? Because I know we had some pretty crazy stories at Riddle. We had quite the character net there through the couple years with just how many transfers we had in and just all over the country and Canada and Venezuela. You guys got anything off the top of your head?
How many guys do you think we played with? Different guys.
You're talking about, I don't know, 50 guys a year?
Yeah. Probably 10, 12 new every year.
10, 12 new every year. So 40, 60, we'll say half
80?
teams, 40, 60, 80, 100. Probably maybe 100 guys throughout college.
Had to be, yeah. So we had a pretty good sample size
Plus or minus.
of our fair share of stories. We actually just got a crazy Snapchat
Oh.
in our Steagles Eagles Snapchat, which has been dormant for a while. Which
that's top 5 on everyone's list.
it's got to be, and he'll be on this show eventually, so we'll be able to really dig down into that one. But man,
I want to be on that episode too,
dude. If you want to drive over across the state, we'll be doing it at probably Shore's house. So. But
my
man,
parents live in Daytona, so.
But man, if your parties, 1962 had some crazy parties, and one or two at Guts' house, they just got tired of cleaning up after it, so they didn't want to host anymore. And then the various other houses that we would go to for the different sporting ventures. I never made it to a frat house party. I don't know why.
Me neither.
I heard those were pretty wild in itself, but that one, the Halloween one,
Gilly got thrown in the pool or pushed in the pool or something. I don't remember what it was, but he was like, "Dude, my new Sperry's."
Sounded like a frat guy himself. But if someone is in the bathroom getting ready for bed and they're shaving their gums, they're brushing their teeth. They think they're brushing their teeth. Yeah, they looked at it twice probably, right? You have to. And they're shaving their gums.
And no damage from it.
Which is crazy.
No damage.
He
went full on.
Yeah. God was watching him that day.
It was like not his first time.
Yeah.
He's like,
he caught some lip too. He caught some lip and no damage.
He's like done that before type of movement in that video.
Good for him. Another successful guy. He was successful in baseball. He got that internship. And then he's out there doing his thing. We'll let him talk about it. We won't name drop. We'll let in the comments put down who you think it is. Adam.
Craziest moment on the field or off the field?
Both. We got all night. Oh man. It can be a good play. It can be a fun memory. It can just be a wild memory. We got to talking with Zach. Was like, "How about we break out the glory?" Because I was asking them about firefighting, him and Cole, and he's like, let's talk about the good memories. I was like, they started talking about the yips, of course. That always comes up. You weren't there for that. So.
I've heard about. I feel like I was there from how much I've heard about it from you too.
You gotta own it. It would be on your top 5. It would be right in there next to the shaving gums. So, I wear that. But I was like, what do you want to talk about, that, or you want to talk about losing 26-4 to the Florida Southern? What fun memories are we talking about here? Winning 14 games in a season?
Funnest memories. The funnest memories. I can't really think of really crazy stuff. There's just too much. I mean, we were pretty crazy, man. But we had a lot of fun and we had a lot of camaraderie. I would say we had really good, pretty close knit teams.
We liked each other always.
We genuinely had 40 guys that could hang out and eat together, and just there wasn't a whole lot. There was occasional guy here and there, but you could still hang out with them, and hold conversations and stuff. But to me, 800s, the
Gutbusters,
were my favorite part of Embry-Riddle baseball.
I mean, you excel at that.
No, it's not that I excelled at it. It's just like, to me, that team building where everybody's suffering together. People are wanting to quit.
Yeah.
People did quit.
People did quit, didn't show up that day, puked their lights out through the finish line. Like, that to me was like, I lived for the challenge of 800s, and I lived for what was after the 800s, where we could, that's like the turning point before each season where like the team just jumped together. That's when I feel like
that dwindled away though.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, NCAA guidelines, regulations, and just kind of societal and things like that. Randy was handcuffed for what Randy wanted to be. Right?
Yeah.
The old school style coaching is hard to do within guidelines, for better or worse. I mean, there are some coaches that take it to the extreme and bad things happen, things like that. But for the most part, just running in a certain time. I was 3 for 4 every year, so never got that last one, man. It's tough.
Did you ever have to do the extra one or the extra ones that you missed?
Of course, when they did them, yeah.
Yeah.
What sucked the worst with that was the Warrior runs that we had to do.
The Warrior ones were the worst.
When
I had to
Clayton
run
showed up,
2-timed ones one time.
Shout out Robert Clayton because he was one of my first followers. So hopefully he's watching this. But when we were doing Warrior runs and you're just trying real hard to backpedal and you're trying real hard not to fall because once you fall, you're done. I mean, you're not going to make the time.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I think the hardest I've ever laughed is watching Howie lose his soul on the turf softball field.
Because who it was like him, Justin Franklin, right?
Howie became a different person after that.
There were like 3 guys that were struggling at the end that you wouldn't think would struggle.
Yeah.
It was like Howie J. Frank and someone else, maybe Gutveg. Gutveg always struggled with that condition stuff. He was one of the most in shape humans.
He was fast.
Yeah,
a short burst.
Yeah,
kind of
he wasn't a condition guy. He was just a fast guy.
Were you guys there when we were going to do, it was like one of the last days of conditioning, and we were up at the turf softball field, and Clayton reaches over into the golf cart and picks up a football and throws it into were you guys there that year? Or was it after?
I think so.
That was the best feeling.
And then what?
We played football. We played like flag football or something.
No, you know what that was?
I think I do remember that.
It was with you.
Y'all must have been there
My brother
because it was
there.
Clayton. It was before Diaz, so y'all must have been there.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember.
That's right.
Unless you had class.
We all got really excited.
Didn't somebody get hurt? I feel like somebody got hurt, and then everyone was like, "What the?"
No, that was with the trainer. That was with George or something, or we were doing like frisbee, I think, ultimate frisbee, or something like that, and someone they got banged into each other. The knees hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that was a no.
Yeah.
We shut that down pretty fast. Went back to playing knockout in the morning before weights, which was fun.
That was very...
No, man, there were a lot of good, crazy times, funny times, scary times that turned into funny stories.
Yeah, and we're probably not getting anything out now because we all got jobs. When we become professional podcasters or anything like that, we'll start
telling the real stuff.
Everyone's got those stories, and our generation just happened to be the ones with all the cameras happening during it. So
there was the time Rose Hill on exam week freaked out. Remember that,
dude?
And he got arrested.
That flat out is the craziest thing.
That might be it.
That is the singular. I can't believe you just remembered that. That is the craziest thing. Were you? You weren't there.
I wasn't there. But
I was there. I was there with Ryan,
you were in a computer lab when it happened?
With Ryan Maxon. It was me, Ryan Maxon, one other person. I don't know who it was.
But they called us.
It was Maxon. I left with somebody else. We were there late as hell. Maxon was there later than hell. And he's the one that witnessed. Eyewitness account. Rose Hill absolutely just...
drinking the chick's Gatorade at the front desk check. Slammed her Gatorade.
He was on a different
Took her
level.
shirt off.
Started rearranging the stuff on the bulletin board.
We hope he's okay. I heard he's doing okay, I think.
From who?
I forget who brought it up.
I mean, he's on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, I think he's doing a little bit better.
He was a nice guy.
Very
fantastic dude.
Good baseball player, too. Solid baseball player.
Had some stuff to work through.
He was going to start.
Yeah.
He was killing it in spring.
Yeah.
Like, he was hitting.
Yeah.
He was hitting. Super cool kid.
Just had a little...
We all got something going on.
We all got something, man. We all got something.
I think every year
That
we
was
had
crazy.
at least...
That was the craziest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good...
No doubt.
That's a good recall right there.
No doubt that is the craziest
When we
thing
get a call
ever.
from Ryan Maxon going... And he's out by the time, right? He's getting his grad or finishing his degree.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, is this guy on the baseball team? We're like, yes. And we're at your house. There's like 5 of us that went down there.
Cops were running.
Yeah. By the time we got there, he was in detainment.
Tased.
At the property. Maybe, yeah, allegedly.
Dude, I might have... I have every single text from college on that computer. You know what I miss and I wish never went away are the group me's. But they expire and then you get kicked.
Really?
Dude, if I had that, dude,
That'd be...
I'd have everything.
How about sport courts? Talk about bringing team together. Sport court was
I mean,
one of those.
that was a team building moment too, but it wasn't as much because you weren't on a spotlight because you had the volleyball team there working their butts off, then you had the men's soccer team just flying,
Walking around.
yeah, just supervising, I guess, and yeah, I remember I got paired up with the head coach of the volleyball team, and I think the assistant coach. I don't know why, I just happened to be in that area. I was working with them the first year as a freshman. They got after it, like they were like, come on now, let's go. And So ever since then, I just kind of worked like that for the most part.
I know that assistant coach is hardcore.
Oh yeah,
she was hardcore.
Well, she's got a brother in the NFL. It's a pretty athletic family there.
Dude, she's married.
What are you talking about?
She's married to a baseball
Holcomb
player.
Holcomb's? Oh, that's right. Redskins, right?
linebacker too, I think, or tight end. Either big guy, big fat
Isn't
guy.
there another volleyball player that has a linebacker brother too? The big Heinel, Erica Heinel. She's now Erica Green, I think.
She might have a. Yeah, I think you're right.
No, he's a UFC fighter.
Oh,
He looks like a linebacker, but he's a UFC fighter. Erica's brother.
yeah.
Yeah. Good for
Both intimidating on the volleyball court
Yeah.
and in the weight room. Holcomb had a lot of. Her name was always up on the powerlifting. I mean,
I remember looking at it like, I'm gonna be up there one day.
you ever get up there?
No.
Camp.
Yeah.
That was strong, man.
If they had a trap bar deadlift, I could get up there. I could pull with the best of them.
Yeah, I remember working out with camp at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't know a human could move that much, that fast, that early.
Howie was probably gonna,
Howie
gonna get the squat,
Yeah,
but I don't think they never really like challenged. They never like.
We never really maxed.
It never. No, we never did like 1 rep maxes for the record.
not once Jeremiah left.
I think it all changed after that.
That guy,
Howie probably could have got the squat.
Jeremiah. I only had him. I think we had George at the end, who's on the same kind of way. Jeremiah worked his butt off because they were understaffed. The whole health department at every college is usually understaffed because there's so many freaking players. But
Phenomenal.
he went out of his way and made, I mean, what you're supposed to do, but he went above and beyond because he was, I remember him like bringing up guys, hey, have you heard of this guy? Have you heard of this guy? Out in the real world of
Eric Creasy.
Yeah, Eric Cressy was the guy that, he loves the trap bar deadlift. And what's the wide one?
No, Jeremiah would research and he's like, I don't know the most about baseball, but he would research and then be the best.
Yeah, like he didn't know anything about baseball specific or rotational type sports, he said. So once he did that with golf and us and even soccer's rotational, it's pretty sweet.
And we were healthy.
And strong.
Healthy and strong during Jeremiah's years.
Very strong. I saw a lot of, like just looking around, you see the guys kind of filling out those baggy gray uniforms. Not a Nike guy. Louis never was.
You were never a Nike guy.
No.
You were?
No, he wasn't. You were, right?
No.
For 1 year?
Those pinstripes?
Did you leave with him or no?
No.
You were the year after him.
You were the year after me. I think that was when y'all went Nike. I was.
What were those
Nike.
pinstripes?
Did you have Nike cleats?
Yes.
I never had Nike cleats.
I had Nike for the last 2 years.
You sure?
Yeah, because we had the pinstripes for 2 years. Or were the pinstripes Under Armour?
The pinstripes were Nike or
No, the
something.
pinstripes were Under Armour for
Really?
1 year.
I don't know, man. Either way,
I had Nike at some point.
we had
Year.
we had those baggy gray 10-year-old uniforms that the zippers didn't work on 50% of the pants.
I loved them.
They look great except
They're
for the
old
zippers.
school, man. I love everything
100%.
about traditional Embry-Riddle.
Just kidding.
The
zippers
I get the swag, but we play better in those things.
I agree with you. We're grinders. That's for sure. Scrappy. I like the white ones too, with the trims and everything. The home whites.
Yeah.
They're like that heavier feel.
The one that we got to keep. Some of us.
Yeah.
Felt like a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Not meant for little guys.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, man.
That was good stuff. So, speaking of ended careers, as 4-1 used to say, that stop sign's coming. Different for everyone.
Yeah.
Different for everyone. I was just DMing Zach Groats, trying to get him on here because I know he's I mean, you look at his Instagram bio, I think it's just, he's been to like 7 different JUCOs / colleges, and then pro ball, and then Mexican league ball, then independent league ball, and then pro ball. He's been all over the place. So I'd love to get that guy's story, but he's still throwing. He's hurling down there in the Mexican league.
He's in Mexico?
Yeah, doing well too.
He's in Ponce, Mexico, too?
I believe so. I don't know. I haven't been up to date on him. He's not as frequent on social media as Zach Rhodes is.
Look that up.
But yeah, 2 donkeys from us. I got to catch Ponce in his rehab stuff when he would come by and want to throw to one of us, but his stuff was electric. Then he had guys like Tyler Sear who made it. His stuff was electric.
Is he still playing?
Sear? I don't think so. I think he finished up last year or the year before.
Haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah. Last time I talked to him, I think he got married or he was engaged at one of the alumni events. But that's the thing. Everyone's moving on. Some are getting engaged, some are married, some have kids. We're all just living life after sports. I know it's a hard adjustment because you go to college, I would say 75% of the guys, maybe not Riddle. Riddle's, I always saw it as a motivated college, but like I knew I wanted to be an engineer. I think you knew you wanted to be an engineer. I think Jimmy knew he wanted to take engineering and figure it out.
I didn't care about engineering.
I didn't either.
Really?
I did not care one bit about engineering. I wanted to train for 5 years and be a SEAL.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I cared about.
You were doing you were getting frequent flyer uses
out
of that pool.
That is the only thing I cared about. I said, I'll do a little bit of engineering. I'm just going to make engineering work. And then I'll get a degree. And other things happened. But I was not worried about engineering. So that was not my focus.
So what was your motivation for going to college then?
I didn't want to go to college.
Really?
No. I made an agreement with my parents, and I had too much respect for them to pass up the opportunity because I had a GI scholarship to, have paid tuition. So there was no way that I could, I would have too much guilt if I didn't take advantage of that. So out of respect for them, I went through college and was good enough to, I worked too hard to not be able to, come out with a degree. Yeah. But I did not want it for myself. I see necessarily. Ended up working, and I'm happy I did it, but that was not my focus.
And that's crazy because there's a lot of guys that went in with a totally different mindset of, not to get a degree, not to their mindsets weren't, because we were 18, we were idiots, and we were just trying to play some ball. But for you to land on your feet like this and have a really good job, have a good job history. I know you're on your third job, I think. So which is good. You've been moving around for purposes. Yeah. You're not just bouncing around getting fired. He's getting promotions every time, or he's getting accolades. You got a happy wife and kids, so.
Mm-hmm. No,
you're moving up, failing
upwards.
I
don't complain about anything. I'm very happy how everything happened. I'm very fortunate and blessed, and I had, like I said, I was not focused on engineering. I wanted to be a SEAL. Priorities changed. Things happened. Slowed down. Wife, kids, jobs, and I take my career now the same intensity as I did in college when I was focused on being a SEAL. Now it's just all engineering. Really all being a good husband and a good father and son and for family. That's my main focus now.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. You definitely when you're talking about intense human beings, you're in that category for sure. You're one of the most intense guys when it comes to when you put you're stubborn in a good way and disciplined. So when something matters to you, you're definitely balls to the walls. So Louis, that's what I was talking about pre-show when we go from joking around to something serious like that. So just try to keep up. Just try to keep up. It's the first time Jimmy and I are doing it in person, which is fun. So he's not lagging or blurry on the screen. Which is, the technical difficulties on this show through 11 episodes are wild. Yeah. But we'll keep trudging along. So Louis, you didn't want to do engineering. No. You seem like throughout college. Again, something you don't talk about really. Jimmy and I are doing classwork together and homework together because we're on the same trajectory, so we're mingling there. But I guess Louis and I never really talked about engineering. It was more just what
I showed up to be a baseball player.
Does 93 throw 93? Is that what?
Yeah, I showed up to be a baseball player. I'll never forget. As a freshman, we went to, because my freshman class was 3 of us. It was me, Garrett, and Sam.
That's right.
And we had gotten in touch with Gerbs, because when I committed, Gerbs followed me on Twitter or something. He's like, hey, we're doing a team gathering. We're going to meet up at Eagle Landing, a team party. And I show up and I meet a bunch of the sophomores, 93, Gerbs, Dodson. And he comes up to me. He's like, oh, you're a freshman, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, you're probably going to get redshirted. And I took that personally, dude. I'll never forget that. I took
Who said that to you?
Dodson. Not against him, but I just took that assumption personally.
See him saying that. That's silly.
And then the fall happened, and that was probably the best fall I had throughout those 4 years. And I was I knew I wasn't probably going to get redshirted. Randy probably wanted me to get that experience for when we were eligible the next year.
Especially when you found out the only returning catcher, was coming off a face reconstruction surgery and the other one couldn't throw back to the pitcher.
No, because he was graduated by then. Yeah, he was graduated. He was a GA.
Dalton
Your
Hughes?
first year?
Yeah, my first year was a GA. It was you, Maxon, and Gilliam.
Are you two?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came in.
Oh, wow.
My
That's
first
right.
season was
That's right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first season was 14 and 35. That was my first season.
Oh God.
Well, yeah.
Wait. Hold on, dude.
Way to go. Way to go.
Hold on. I always get confused because he didn't redshirt. So, did you only have how many years did you have at Louis?
I guess only 2.
Did you leave with Franks?
Yeah.
Then it was
It was
2.
me, Franks, and Krause,
Then
baby.
it was 2. It was my freshman and my sophomore year.
And
And then you guys left my junior year after regionals.
then this everything came down. Gut was like, I'm out.
I'm pretty sure Gut said it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's what he said. But no, I showed up to be a baseball player, and I show up on orientation day, and they print my little thing out that says my name and my major, and it says business on there because I'm like, I want the easiest. That's what they say versus engineering. I want the easiest path through college just so I can get do my 3 years, get drafted next. My mom looks at the thing. She goes, business. She goes, what are you doing business for? This is engineering school. And I was like, all right. Hey, can I change that engineering? So then I landed on software engineering out of all of them.
Dude, what?
And then I was like, all right, I guess I'll do this.
Get out.
Took physics 3. I pushed physics 3 back to as far as I could, hoping that I get drafted my junior year and don't have to take physics 3. Didn't happen, obviously. Had to take it twice, but yeah.
That was required for your major?
Dude,
Yeah.
I failed that class, which is crazy because I don't typically consider myself a guy who fails classes, but it wasn't required. It was required, but then they made it not required to graduate. So it was just weird. It was weird that I had to take and go through it, but fun to learn about.
Dude, Louis, I never knew that.
What part?
That you were business.
Yeah.
Coming in, I was.
Well, he was baseball.
So you didn't have any aspiration to be an engineer.
No.
So what are you doing now again? Exactly. What makes your paycheck?
Well, I was working at an aerospace company.
Yeah.
I'm currently on a leave of absence
Okay.
to build our business.
You're
Now we're striping parking lots.
That's right. Okay. So
Striping parking lots, seal coating. We're in the construction world now. Who would have thought?
you just kind of said I need some time,
Going back to business.
or did you say I'm retiring? What?
I told him I need to take some time off, just to maybe I should. I'm taking time off.
Okay. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
We can cut it out.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. Well, good for you, man.
Yeah. So just 2 kids trying to stripe parking lots in Gainesville.
No good.
Yeah.
Good.
2 kids is you and Maria?
Yeah.
Wow. She's
in on it.
Okay.
We were out there this morning.
Work.
Her and I, small parking lot. She was helping me chalk the lines, measure everything, and I fired the machine on and ripped some lines.
Wow. You guys are, sleeves up.
Yes.
That's big time.
Whose idea was it?
Her and I do something new every 2 years.
That's what it seems like. That's
out
why I
of
wanted
college.
you to get on here because you're interesting life path, and successful, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, the COVID year when I realized baseball wasn't going to be the thing I'm going to do.
Dude, that is a whole nother thing with you. That's crazy. It's like y'all's class got shafted.
Yeah.
Yeah. For no reason.
You guys had no chance.
No.
0 chance.
Neither did the team next year. Also couldn't play. So I mean, when I had the decision to come back or not, the only reason I didn't come back is because that offer for Boeing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep that in. It was. I asked them if I could extend it for another year because I told them we got canceled. I want to finish my baseball career, and they said they were going to work with me. They're like, all right, let's see what we can do. And then they the contract you signed said you had to start up in 2020, so we can't do it. I was like, all right, that's my answer right there. So I didn't come back. Told Randy hey, I tried, but realistically, I can't come back. It worked out because the next season I wouldn't have been able to play, and I would have had no job.
Yeah, you would have been catching bullpens anyway.
Dude, I cannot believe the level of shaft y'all got.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, for sure. I'm glad you see it that way, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are still, like, can't get over it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm surprised with how well I took being done with baseball.
you got it ripped from you.
Yeah. To be honest, my senior year, like, I was checking out.
Yeah, but you were... For the folks on listening, this guy could hit a damn ball and could throw a brick down to first base or second base.
Yeah.
Like, you had as good a shot as any position player coming through Riddle.
Yeah.
To make it to the next level. Yeah. So
Just didn't work out, man.
no, I mean that's cool that you see it that way, because that's how I see it too. Turning the other page. And just let's get on to the next.
That page is heavier for a lot. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's different weights for people, and I've seen guys, and obviously we don't open up too much to each other about it, but I've seen guys wearing a pretty heavy mask about it, and it weighs them down, and they get a little lost sometimes. And it happens everywhere. It happens with a lot of different life changes. But when you put your heart and soul for years and years and years, and you're just working your butt off to do something that is 0.01% possible, because there's so many damn baseball players out there.
Yeah.
And then it just stops. And then you're like, oh shit, I didn't think about anything else because no one told me to. I just needed to hit doubles and run, get guys out.
I think what it was for me was I realized at some point that pro ball is completely different from college. Because pro ball, it's how can I get sent up? How can I improve my stats? Whereas we were in the trenches together, man.
Mm-hmm.
We had some hard
win, lose, getting chewed out, whatever it was. And I knew that I would probably never have that again. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what made it okay.
Yeah.
And people ask me all the time, like, oh, do you miss, like, playing?
Yeah.
And my answer is always, I miss the guys that I was there with.
Yeah.
More. Like, being... Like, your wedding was great. Was awesome. Because all the guys got together and it felt like...
That picture, we'll put the picture up because that was cool. And I wish I could invite more. And I just wish I had the deep pockets like that, man. Because...
I was in the same boat.
I know. But the guys that were at yours, I know at other weddings that have happened that I wasn't invited to, which is totally fine, right?
Yeah, everyone's
like get as many of your old friends there that went through that grind time like you did, dude. That's fun. That just makes you feel good. It's like you helped me through that time or whatever. Just you're part of my life, which is just so
a big part.
Yeah, we'll put that picture up because that was
when
I got pulled out from my wedding day and I was going around shaking hands, kissing babies, all the good stuff. And they're like, hey, come up, we need a picture. And I just got up there and you guys were waiting for me, obviously. But dropped what I was doing, said, get out of here, uncle, whoever, and see you later, grandma, and just get upstairs. But it's a cool picture. Happy about that.
Who took it the hardest for me being done with baseball was my mom, dude. To this day. She's like all bent about it, and I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I had the benefit of 3 after me. Carly's still finishing her last year. She's super senior because of COVID and all the other stuff, injuries, but...
She's still playing?
Yeah. Yeah, Valdosta State. Go check them out.
Wow.
How many years has she been in college?
She's super senior, so it's technically she's going to finish with 6.5 years of college because she graduated high school in the fall. She asked the villages for a waiver, first ever to like ask for it. They didn't want to do it. She left high school, and she's like Gunner's age, like July. She left college at 17 and some change. Go play JUCO, and then started playing after that. So she made that first, and then she got hurt somewhere, and then 2-year COVID shaft, and then now she's finishing up at Valdosta State.
What was the story? All 4 Bogart siblings hit a home run on the same day?
Just the 3 of us. She wasn't in college yet.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So it was the 3 brothers.
3 brothers. My dad has all the balls, which was cool.
Was it the Tampa home run?
NCAA?
No. It was Palm Beach Atlantic, I think. Okay. Yeah, Garrett hit one at Savannah State against someone. But I think Austin led the day off, and wherever he was playing at Stetson hit one.
Did y'all get on ESPN?
They got on something.
Dude, that should have been on ESPN.
A well-known reporter on Twitter shared the story, which was kind of cool. Yeah, I forget his name, but shout out him. link in description. But
subscribe.
Yeah, they did it. Obviously, my dad and parents were all goo over it, which was cool. I like to brag and say that I was the one that solidified it because we had a doubleheader that day, so I had a little extra chance because we're D2. We play 2 games a day. Austin was already back at the 5-star hotel. with his food.
Getting the meals.
Yeah. So, Carly came up to me, my sister, and was like, "Hey, your two brothers hit home runs. Like, you need to hit one too." Like, just like messing with me. Yeah. I knew. I'm like, I'm on deck, Carly. Let me lock in here. Did it?
Was it that at bat?
No, it was later. Maybe it was between games. They told me because after the first game, I was like, "Well, hopefully, I'm in the lineup. I can get a chance to do that." That was a gamble. So,
two of my favorite home runs, Embry-Riddle, weren't even mine. They were yours and yours.
His home run was a little.
His was crazy. Yours was crazy too.
Which one?
Frank's did the same thing I did on his last at bat.
Yeah,
his was sick too at St. Leo, right?
Yeah.
Frank's hit
I was peanut butter and jealous of Frank and I's last game. They were different last games.
Yeah, they were.
St. Leo Field has Embry-Riddle bodies on it.
Yeah. But the Tampa pinch hit home run
from the bullpen.
Dude.
Pissed. A pissed Bogart running down.
You're like, what are we
shin guard slapping.
I remember I see Randy and Chuck going from the dugout. They're like, Bogart. I'm like, what? They're like, you're hitting. I go, what's going on? Whoever was finishing, I don't know. It might have been Zach. I don't know. Zach was on base when I hit it, but whoever was before me, I run down. Yeah, I leave a breadcrumb of catcher's gear. I'm warming up Tim Redemosa down there. I remember this. I'm going to bring it back, Tim Redemosa. Sorry, but I'm going to bring it back to you after this. I get in there. I don't even have time for batting gloves, which was fine. That was my batting glove era, and it was short-lived.
Yeah.
Of course, after this moment, but I am just MFing everyone. I'm like, get out of my way. F you, Skip. Like, just give me the bat. I get up there.
He's pushing me out of the way, too.
Yeah.
Like,
and
was it first pitch, or was it?
No, I'll tell you that Tampa had some gunslingers, right?
It was LeBron, wasn't it?
No.
It was, dude.
Was it?
Yes.
So I have two off LeBron. I have one. He started a game in a day, and I hit one of my farthest home runs on the tennis courts on that day. I had a moonshot.
Oh, then I don't know if the pinch hit one was, because if it was probably later in the game.
It was a taller righty, I think. I don't think it was LeBron, but anyway, this guy's still in lower 90s, pumping cheese.
Was the one with long hair?
Yes, like blonde long hair.
No, that was dark.
Either way, you're getting into the details. Let's get back to my one of my 5 home runs. All right, let's get shift back to that.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it is.
They came at big moments.
Yeah,
it felt like more
loud. They were loud homers.
I think more than half of them, so 3, were pitch hit home runs. I think. I don't know. You can check it. Ryan Mosier, look it up.
So 3.
So I get up there. I get up there. First one's at my head. I almost hit the deck. I'm pissed.
Already pissed.
I'm like, dude, this guy just threw it at my head. I'm already breathing heavy from running down from the bullpen. Not smart. Then the next one was the same, almost up here, and I let it rip.
Number 2?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I get around the bases.
About any of my
I get around the bases. I'm still MFing people around the bases. I get back. Then I start smiling and getting happy when Howie's at home plate. I think it tied it up in the 8th inning or something like that.
Yes, or took the lead. Something like it was huge.
I think it was huge. It tied it up. I get in the dugout. Jake Durant's there, injured. Sorry, Jake, but injured. And he's 6'2", whatever. He comes up to chest bump me with a sling on. My tooth goes right into his shoulder, and I chipped and banged my teeth up a little bit. So then I'm kind of re-pissed again and hurting. And then
blood sugar.
So we're doing whatever. Something, maybe the inning plays out. I go, am I going in to catch? And he goes, no. I go, all right. I just went back down to the bullpen. Because I think we were low on catchers or something like that, and we needed someone. Your ass wasn't going down there to warm anyone up. I think you were playing first base or something. So.
I played right field in an Embry-Riddle uniform.
You did, yeah.
At St. Leo, you're in Frank's last. I played right field all 3 games that weekend.
I think I remember that.
Well, I appreciate that because I got to play a little bit of baseball at the end of my career. I go back down to the bullpen. This is where Tim Redemosa comes back into play. I finished warming him up. He's all pumped. He's like, hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, sick. We know how Tim gets. He's ready to go. We're all hyped. Tim goes out. He's coming in like Heath Bell to close out a game. And man, does he just give up the lead. And then I'm re-pissed again down in the bullpen, warming up the next asshole. So, yeah.
This guy has left blood, sweat, and tears at Sliwa Stadium and at St. Leo's, whatever their stadium's called. His hand injury,
dude,
the ankle, right?
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
The ankle with this
Girlfriend.
one. third base.
That still hurts to this day.
Really?
Yeah, it's recurring. So
the chip tooth.
Just doing my time, man.
Dude,
Just doing what everyone else did.
College did a lot of good for you, man.
And that's
Like,
why
you had a big.
Why do you think all those guys?
You had a big shaping in college.
Why do you think all those guys came through? I mean, I was a great kid before my parents.
You were,
I mean, I still think I like to think I'm a good man, but it's I grew up. I mean, as just like we all did. Like, you get out from under the wings, and you got to like find out what you want to do, find out how you want to operate, establish your foundation and ethics, and then operate life. And you live and you learn. So, but yeah, I am. That's why I would do this stupid thing, and until it's not stupid, hopefully soon. But I do it because I've been surrounded and blessed by a lot of people, and quality people have seemed to just surround me in my life. Whether or not hopefully because I'm quality and I attract other people, but I recognize that, so I want to give you guys your props. So, I mean, you're either on the show because I like you, you have something good to say, smart guys, or just because I want to hear someone else's point of view. So, appreciate that.
Well deserved.
So, how were those first couple weeks? I know you said it was easy. It was easy for me. I broke my hand. I started working. I didn't have any money, so I was like, I got to make money. So I was going into work after my second surgery, or my first surgery, on hydrocodone. So they didn't notice, but I had my hand just bundled up, and I was just using my one hand to draft and stuff. But I was at no money. I needed to pay rent, and I didn't want to go ask mommy and daddy.
What are you talking about?
After senior year.
Transitioning out. Baseball.
Transition, like those first months, like summers. Like, I know some people have the benefit to go on vacation or go see their family and all this stuff. I was like, I'd love to come home, I guess, maybe, but I'm like, I got to start working. And
you got to work internships.
I had one.
You got to work.
No. I had an internship at the Michaelplex with Mills. Right, yeah. Not with him, but with Boeing at the Michaelplex. Not Boeing, sorry. It was a startup private jet company, and we did like software for them, and I was doing that in the fall. I worked it into my schedule, so I did like part-time with them. Mm-hmm. That was my junior year after I got married. Flew back from, funny story, we were at the regionals. If we would have won and went to super regionals, I would have missed my own wedding. But we get bounced.
Everything works out for regionals.
I remember hearing about that, I think.
We get bounced in Mississippi. 2 days later, I'm on a flight across the pond to Stockholm. Get married that week. 3 days later, come back to Daytona. Do my internship full time that summer. Maria had an internship back home all summer. So we get married and we're apart for 2.5 months. And then talk about, needing to make money and trying to transition. That was both of us. And then the fall when she came back, we had an apartment together at Via Corso. Is that what it was called? Where you lived with Frank?
Park said Via Corso or Rio Corso, something like that, yeah.
We were there.
They had a recent...
off Nova?
Yes.
Y'all stayed there?
Yeah.
Recent paint job.
Good for them, man.
Still looks pretty like it did, but paint job.
It did the job. Did the job.
It's cheap.
Yeah, cheap. Did the job. And then that fall, I did kind of part-time. And then I got my Boeing offer, and it was COVID again. So there was something up in the air whether if we were going to get our offers taken away or not. So I worked at Home Depot for like 2 months.
I remember that.
The one on, there we go.
Good place, man.
Yeah. I was selling appliances. People would come up and ask me where this little 2-inch plumbing piece was, and I'd be like, oh, I think it's on aisle 15. As soon as they walk away, I'm out because I don't want to go back. I didn't know where all that stuff was. But I sold appliances for 2 months. And then it was off to St. Louis. Moved to St. Louis and started my career there.
How long were you in St. Louis?
So Maria was still finishing her master's when I moved. So it was that year. I was working from home, so I'd come back a lot. That year, she finished her master's, and then she moved up there because she had a job in St. Louis with Boeing as well. Dang. So her and I were there for a year, but I was there probably a year and a half. And then she got the UF job and came back.
You guys were both like remote in St. Louis?
Yes. I was hybrid. She was remote.
Was it hybrid remote because of COVID?
Yeah, like the team I started on because of COVID, that team was typically in the office 5 days a week, but then we all went remote.
Dude, there's such weird stuff.
And then so I went hybrid. I was in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I would go into the office. Dang. And then Maria was fully remote the whole time. She did like a business rotation program that's like selective to get into, and then it was fully virtual. And then Sam gave her the call when she got the UF job, and she's like, I want you here. Maria was like, as a player? She's like, no, on staff. I was like, UF's a big deal. Like, if you want to go, let's go. A month later, we were in Gainesville.
That's sick.
That was 3.5 years ago.
They have such a cool story, dude. Like, you guys, they could write a book on you guys. Like this.
They probably will. They probably will. Right?
Yeah,
or do a better podcast than me. I root for you.
You guys are just getting started. Yeah. Louis like one of the Louis and Maria are like that couple you just want to root on. Yeah. Like, you guys are so fun to watch. Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily risk taking, but you have opportunities and you don't really dwell on them, and you take them and then you make the most of them, which is sweet.
And do it now, since we're so we can still recover if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
But calculated.
But still, a lot of people don't have the tenacity that y'all have to like actually take the step forward. And y'all have done it multiple times.
Is it confidence or is it curiosity?
That's a good question.
Both, I think. Yeah. Because my personality is I want to try new things all the time, learn new things all the time. And I think this personality of mine, that part of my personality, I didn't have in college or in high school. Like, I was always like, I just want to go to practice and go home, like play video games. Like,
you're a big comfort zone guy.
Yeah.
Which is good. Most baseball players are. I mean,
yeah. Now, if I could go back to like high school or college, I would do more stuff like around campus and just get to know people. Because really, getting to know people is how you, I don't know, you get new perspectives. You meet people that you can learn stuff from. You can also give them something from you. It's not just take, you also give. Yeah. Which I think I grew up after college from that. Seeing examples from like you guys and the older guys that would transition well. But what was the question? I just started rambling.
Hey, welcome to the party. Confidence or curiosity?
Yeah.
And you said both.
I mean, both. Because I also think, honestly, people maybe not as smart, not that I'm the smartest guy, but like people have done it before. Whatever you're trying to do, and they've succeeded. So like, why not? We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to learn something and then take action. Taking action is the hardest part.
It really is, yeah. I agree with that. That's the probably thing I struggle with the most. I'm an overthinker. I mean, you guys know that. I'm in my dome. I'm my own worst enemy is speed bump.
It's easier to find reasons not to do something than to just do it.
For sure.
Yeah. But that's why I like talking. I mean, Jimmy's one of my best buds because we've had those dorm room nights conversations and all that stuff. But
for a long time, man.
But especially afterwards, like you got out, you got a job, you bought this house and renovated it. As your wife was pregnant, you had a 9-month time clock to buy a house and renovate it after your marriage.
Yeah, no, we were looking for a while.
Yeah. You didn't take 9 months to renovate it. You probably did it within 4 or 3.
Yeah, she was very pregnant when we.
She was like halfway there.
We did it. We gutted and renovated the house in like 3 months. It was every day after work.
Yeah.
Me and my pop.
And it's great. It turned out great. I mean, we're in your Florida room that you air conditioned and sealed better, and your kid gets to have a heck of a life in here, just playing with everything. So, but yeah, you have a different perspective. Like you had a little bit less freedom, a little bit less of that independence, the risk-taking ability. Obviously, you've been moving jobs, and taking those risks, but now they're more calculated because you have like mouths to feed and lives that depend on you.
I was still, I call it. I was still like I had a fake life going on after college.
Yeah.
I took an easy route, and I took an easy engineering job in Public Works, City Gainesville. And it was easy. The job was easy, 8 to 5. When I got off work, I went straight to the gym. And I was running, swimming, lifting.
Because you were still training,
I
right?
was still
at that point you were still like...
I was even more than college. Every single day, me and Crazy we were still talking. We were getting hot and heavy and stuff, but I was every day after work. I was making money, had no expenses. I was living back home, but I was making good entry level engineering money. It wasn't crazy, but like I said, I had no expenses.
Yeah.
So, but my focus was steel seals. That's all I wanted still.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I forgot that you had that gap.
It wasn't
that
until
time was so weird, man. With COVID starting and guys like you guys leaving the college and like starting your own, that had to be real tough. Because I at least had a little bit of a foundation going for a couple years before all that happened. But I couldn't imagine leaving college and getting baseball taken away from me like
it was just all uncertainty, really. No one knew what was going on. Like people were just like, "Go home."
And like you're saying, taking action lawfully, I guess, was those people like survived better, I guess, or made more profits or whatever you did, or just made better life progress.
Yeah.
So, I forgot you had that little period because she was still doing school, right?
Yeah, she was doing her master's
at Flagler.
She was doing her master's at Nova.
Oh.
She was in Miami when I graduated college and moved back home. She was living in Miami, so I was driving to Miami to go see her, which wasn't a big deal. She'd come up every now and then to see me, and it wasn't until I sat down with my dad, and Kersey has always supported anything I wanted to do. So she was fully ready to move across to California or Virginia and just live a military life with me. Always has supported me 100%. So, my parents were the same way. They knew they didn't want to push me in that direction because they knew I had potential of doing things that weren't going to put me in the line of fire. But it wasn't until I got to sit down with my parents and realize how short life is, and I came to a really quick and abrupt understanding. I always cherished family and stuff like that, but it wasn't until I really started seeing my folks, going through health stuff, and I was like, man, I just gotta be here for this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna eat at me too much if I'm across the world, or if I can't know if my dad's sick or needs to go to his VA appointments or anything's going on with Crizia. I can't miss out on that stuff. So I drew the line on myself, and I said, I'm just going to focus on living what I call a normal life. An average American.
Yeah. I think most people call that a normal life.
Yeah, so I'm happy where I'm at now. It's just, I had to turn the switch and just kind of change that. But it wasn't hard or anything. I still have moments to where I want to do that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even Crizia knows if I ever felt like a call to duty, which I don't see happening very soon, but I would probably gear back up and do some type of capacity to help the country. But I'm happy with what I'm doing now, man.
You're thriving. You just started. I mean, you're in the weeds of it right now.
Yeah, no, I like doing engineering, and I feel it very rewarding in the community I grew up in. So it's not like
that's the one thing. That's the best thing I like about civil engineering is that it is for the communities. Like, you are building communities, you are designing for communities, you're inspecting, maintaining, enforcing guidelines that are in the community's benefit. And like I tell people all the time, if we do our jobs correctly, no one's talking about it. If people are talking about blown water mains or flooding and things like that, that's not ideal. Yeah. So if we're doing our jobs, life's good. It's moving.
You should only be known in the construction and planning and zoning.
And that's hard in today's world. Like, everyone wants to be known and liked and all this stuff. And I just want to be known. Hey, that guy does a good job. He works hard. He's honest.
And the other part about it is, like, the thing I love about, like, kind of when you're working your way, like, up through engineering and development and whatever capacity, like, you get to see also the other companies rising up too. Like, of course, you have like your big dogs that have been there forever, but you also get to see a new paving striper in town building his business, or some other businesses on the side. You get to see this contractor over here starting to pick up something else. That stuff is also cool to see on your way up.
Yeah,
is like you get to see the other people coming in too.
Yeah,
that's just cool, man. And you get to, like, maybe some capacity, like, help each other out or do stuff like that. Yeah. So that's the other part of the community where you get to, like, you still have your big network.
Correct.
From baseball to where you have a lot of reach back and you have a lot of contacts. Like, we just have a lot of contacts.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people.
Yeah. That's another thing that so making the connections of all the quality people that kind of intermingle, you end up finding out that those quality people intermingle with your other quality people that you didn't know. Like, there's just so many mutuals and path crossing. It started with my family. My family was well known in our small town, both sides of them, and because they were quality people, and I think they were hard workers, whatever you want to call it, good families. Followed other good families, so then we found each other. We found their kids as we were growing up, and we come across guys like Jimmy. Our paths crossed in like travel baseball because I came up here for Gainesville for Gator Ball, and then we kind of meet back up again at Adams 222 and lived together for a little bit, and then now we're out in the world. We've had probably a handful of other newfound like connections that were like, oh, this guy, because now we're all back in that professional world. Going back to that, you talk about bringing other companies up and things like that, or like what Louis is doing. There's a huge age gap, in the construction, civil engineering, design world, or anything to do with development, I think, because of that 08 recession and slowdown. A lot of people left the industry, and then those 15 plus experience to not retired yet, but like 15 to 20 years experience, engineers, contractors, project managers, whatever, they're not here. They're not around. I think 10 years or like 12 years is kind of where people started to get back into it, like 2012, and when the industry started to pick back up again. But if you go look at other companies, look at your company, and look at the age disparities at it. Go to even the big boys. They have a huge hiring. Like they've been hiring people from Riddle. They're just talking about like they've been hiring so many EIs, so many. Not all of them stay and all this other stuff, but there's so much lower level hiring and competition within these companies. Yeah. In and out of the office, and there's upper management looking to retire, but they can't retire yet until these people catch up, like us. And I know we've taken advantage of that in our career and tried to, I'm trying to make my 7 years of experience worth 15 and get the quality experience, not just the time, because 7 years is just a number. You can go to work for 7 years and not be any better than you were when you started.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So it's on you. But I think maybe that's why you guys kind of were like, there's not that many striping companies, or the people that are 55 plus don't want to be striping anymore, like they did their time, right?
And I feel like it's not even just striping for you guys. You guys are just learning business.
Yeah,
you guys are just learning business for the next business, and that's what I love about you guys. It's like I know striping's not it for you guys.
I want to be honest with you. If I have any production friends out there watching, one, help me, please. I need help. Throw me a bone. But two, you get your like a reality TV show. You got like those home improvement people. Like you can kind of be those industry, like the new dirty jobs. You guys can couple up and do it together now because it takes two incomes to live in this crazy country. But you guys could do the new one.
Yeah, that's true.
Mike Rowe.
How is it in Sweden? Is it two income living over there?
If you live in Stockholm, yeah, probably, because it's super expensive to live there. But if you live on the outskirts, you can make it with one.
Yeah, it's me.
They get a lot of government help, like child care's free.
I mean, that's kind of the same here. I mean, we live in the big suburban kind of area, so it's still expensive. But you go live out in Bronson, you can live off one income. You don't think so?
No.
Times are tough, man. Tough economy.
I mean, of course you can, but like, you live within your means.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. I'm so happy I married a woman that has very similar financial kind of understanding. I think you guys do mostly too. Obviously, there's the consumer spending that kind of differs. Like, I'd like to buy X amount of ammunition, and she wants to do something, But like budgeting, like that budgeting mentality, that all the things that we said we should have been taught throughout school and stuff. I mean, you should not be, if you don't have to, I know sometimes you have to, but you should not be stretching both paychecks if both of you have to work to operate. If you can't, I understand that financial situations are different, but that's the hardest thing, is putting all your eggs in one basket, as I would call it.
Yeah. And that's good to bring up, because I think that's in Sweden, like they're very good at living within their means.
Really?
Which is why households can live off one income.
I've always been curious about, like, and it's the whole thing about traveling. Go travel and then live a normal life over there or somewhere and observe how they operate, that the culture, the marketing, and all the like, do other companies have Times Square type billboard cities that they just push things down your throat? I think some of them do.
Tokyo is one of them.
Yeah, things like that. Very consumer centric. Japan's super consumer centric, but
I think no one beats.
I don't think they were like that until we kind of started dipping our foot in.
I don't think credit cards exist anywhere else but the U.S.
Really?
Like, like to Europeans, like credit cards are like a crazy concept that you just like have money that you just pay later for, and like that's a pretty big problem.
My best friend the credit card company is covering. Oh, I got you this time. And then you just have to make sure you pay them back.
Yeah. With interest.
Well, yeah, if you take too long.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you owe me.
Yeah.
That's been fun. And most people watching this, like my mom, might go, yeah, duh, Cody, we've been trying to tell you this your whole life, and you just didn't want to listen to us. And this might be stupid teenager us coming in going, oh, I think my parents mentioned something about this back in high school, but whatever. Mom, go to the movie, whatever. So.
Me and Cody were talking about how back in the day, like, in the 60s, you could be a police officer, and that was, you're chilling.
Yeah.
You know?
2 income, 1 income, 2 household,
Police
5-bedroom house.
Police officer, you're just, like, living like a large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I almost feel like once there was that switch for whatever reason, you know, whatever the rise was and the movement, when they were like, all right, women are going to work now, like they're officially going. I feel like the industry like molded to where like that's what it's got to be now, to where like 2 incomes, like, because what happened?
So
I don't understand what happened to where like.
That's my
Then we're all living in mansions if they're making income too. What the hell?
I've gone through this thought exercise a couple times. No, I'm not trying to say anything by it, like kick everyone out and make it back to the way it was. But from a thought exercise, like the workforce doubled, right? When everyone came back from the wars, when this happened, and the women did run the country and help keep the country moving when the men were out fighting the world wars, that hasn't happened since Vietnam, where we had like mass troops overseas. Maybe Korea. Which one was first? It was Vietnam or Korea first?
Vietnam, right?
Korea was first.
Okay, so Vietnam was the most recent. I think it was around that time where you started to see the economies go. And this is one of those things where people are like, hey, it's fact check your stuff before you start spewing shit. But my simple mathematic kind of logic behind it would be, you just double the workforce.
Yeah.
So now wages are either going to increase or decrease, or unemployment is going to increase or decrease. So obviously, unemployment didn't just become 50%, right? Like more people are employed. So now companies have to pay more wages. Whatever services they provide or whatever products they provide is going to increase in price because they have to pay these wages now. And then the cost of living goes up. So then it more solidifies the reason for having 2 people working. And then now here we are to where they like their profit margin. So even if half the workforce, men or women, decided to stop working tomorrow, I don't think they'd drop their prices too much.
No,
but
there's no way to go back.
No, it's just going to keep going. Like capitalism has to grow to keep moving. That's the whole point. So if you have a flat year, investors leave, and then your value drops.
But I mean, there's gonna be like, because I feel like our generation wants to spend more time with their kids.
Yeah.
Historically.
I agree.
Like less people want to work.
Less
40 hours a week.
Like nobody wants to put in these crazy hours anymore. Like we just want to spend time with our families. I feel like a lot of us feel that way.
And I want to touch on that. Because, again, it's the quality of person. Like you can have 7 years experience and whatever. You can say you don't want to work more. But I think part of that needs to be phrased, and if you are one of those people saying, I don't want to work that long, which I do say that sometimes, there are some weeks or there are some jobs or there are some like sections of work that I've realized over the last 7 years. I provide plans and blueprints and consulting services. Sometimes you're not going to be as busy as other times, right? So why should I be forced to have that same 40 and that's the whole salary discussion, right? If I have to go work 60 this week and go work 30 the next week, you still worked your 90 hours. So, in those 2 weeks, quick math. Yeah. So I think people realize that and they go, why do I have to be here? My work's done, or now I can use ChatGPT to get these, write-ups or whatever I'm using, data entries done faster, whatever task I'm doing. I use it now. You need to. If it makes me faster and it's right and I can check it and it's accurate, then by all means use it. Yeah. It's a new technology. So if technology advances, we should reap the benefit.
We can't be boomers like when AI comes in. We can't be boomers and like say, "Oh, I'm not going to use that crap." We got to use it.
I have that guttural reaction.
I'm not going to use an iPhone.
I have that guttural reaction when people be like, "Well, this is what it said," right? It'd be like just blindly trusting the answer. I don't like that because
No, I don't either. I mean, it's got links there.
I know. So I'm only boomer about it when people just like blindly trust it. If you're using it as a tool that it is, then by all means.
That's just called being an idiot.
Exactly. I have guttural reaction to idiots. I remember that was one of the things I first told my godmother when I was going off to college. Obviously I have sarcasm or whatever, and sometimes I don't use it with her too much. I kind of came out of my shell with her, but she was like, "What's one thing that like we were just talking. I was like, what's something that's you're gonna keep on your mind to make sure you stay focused on all this stuff?" And I was just like, "Don't be an idiot." I think I just recently watched the Office episode with Dwight Schrute, and he was like, "If I think that an idiot would do this, I do not do that thing." I think I just watched that, but don't be an idiot. That crossed my mind a lot. And I think, like you're saying, Jimmy, it's really easy to do what the idiots do. Right? Just follow the masses and do all that stuff. Yeah, we had our cliques and we had our core. But again, our core, I think, is pretty quality, and we all ended up pretty quality. Like, you can look at the track record now and say we picked the good guys to hang around, and now we're all succeeding. But like you said, most of the 100 guys we played with, doing pretty well for the most part. Yeah. And if you're not, give me a call. We can talk about it.
I always think about, like, if it's been a tough week, like, business-wise, or just, like, if things go south, I can pick up the phone and have a job in a week with any mills, you guys, like,
or at least a connection.
Yeah, or at least something. Yeah, like, and that's just the network that we had with the quality of people that we had.
I feel that way 100% too. Yeah, I mean, that's no doubt.
And that's all that has been earned. We weren't working towards it when we realizing it, but we were just doing what we thought was right, and that collected doing what we thought was right based on our upbringing, which I think is mostly Christian values, and then it morphed into whatever you guys believe in now, but. It all comes from somewhere. So thank you, parents, first of all. I thank them all the time. They were both teachers, coaches, and my dad bounced around just like he's doing now, bouncing around with coaching gigs. My mom didn't work for 5 or 6 years with 4 kids. I don't know how.
How do you?
I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, but how do you? How do you?
I don't know.
I mean, if you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, childcare is expensive.
Yeah, and then we all got to high school, or not high school. We all got to elementary school. She got her job back at the elementary school. And then I went to middle school the next year. So then all the different schools, all the different travel teams started happening. And I see that now. When I was coaching, I saw parents doing that with 2 or 3 kids, or how many? 4 kids. One of them had like 8 kids. I don't know how she did it, but very hard work. I know that. But you love them. I mean, my dad said it on a couple episodes ago. He's like, we just loved you guys. Everything was about you, and we chose that. And yeah, you have to choose that. Sometimes you don't.
Not all parents do, though.
No. And that's could be a lot of explanations for society. But you have all these kids that are just seeking that love. What it comes down to, I think. Something that makes them feel good. That dopamine hit is what I call it. But at the end of the day, you're just looking to have this. You're looking to be able to go have some stupid podcast and have a conversation. And it's silly, but, I mean, it's something that is needed in the world. Not love. I don't do the love thing is like, what's one thing that'll make the world better? It's not that. Love is fragile, man. It's quick and it's like the respect. You're having respect for other people's time through life. And that's the perspective of it. Like you're saying, you have a bad day. I'm like, could be worse.
Could be worse.
I could be in that Chrysler van that hit that freaking semi. Did you see that?
No.
On
Here?
75? I don't know where it was at on 75, but a semi decided to make a U-turn on 75 or the turnpike, just on one of the emergency where it says no U-turns, emergency use only. So this guy stopped on the right side of the northbound or whatever lane, swung around his side to go on the other side.
I'm going to turn now. It's just good luck.
I don't. He's the only car that hit it, but went right into the middle of this thing, and I don't.
Under the semi,
I think.
Top off.
I think everyone died. I think right.
I
think there were 3. I think there were 3 people in the car, and they all died.
Jeez.
So then I go, oh, I didn't like my work today or something. I mean, come on, traffic today. It
can always be worse, man.
Yeah, I had to slam my brakes once. Crazy, man. That perspective is just, it kind of just goes, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's important.
100%.
That's important.
My dad always beat that in our schools growing up. I don't know who it was for y'all, but my dad, when he came back from overseas, he would always just share those experiences with us of just like, dude, you have no idea. Like,
I bet.
Those guys over there. I think the stories over there that I really like gravitated to was just like, he was like, it's not that like they have it bad. He's just like, they're just happier with less.
Yeah.
It's not like you should feel bad for them and that's what makes you feel good. It's like they're happy. They're happier than you.
Well, if you choke hold your viewpoint on the things that make you happy, and those are these unreachable, unattainable, rare things that have to be super specific because you're being real picky about it, you're never going to be happy. You're going to be chasing those stupid things all your whole life. If you widen that net and you cast a whole bunch of things that make you happy, all these little small things, it's much more enjoyable. And I found that bring up the yips. We'll circle back to that event. I had some mental break. I kind of pinpointed it down to freshman year, just grinding. I had the same thing. Fall American, best fall of my life of baseball. I hit all the pitchers that we had on that staff, which were amazing. And then spring came, had the freshman struggles, obviously things like that, and then couldn't go back to the pitcher.
Classes were hard. There's a lot.
Just sleep deprivation. All these things happened, but I had something happen, and I had, my uncle passed away randomly. It was a tough time emotionally for me. But like looking back on it, I didn't feel that bad at the moment. But then going through that, and then going through the yips, and then coming out of the yips, this is where I think you kind of changed and grew up. Coming out of the yips was probably the best thing for me. My obviously Bible, like kind of meditation, trying to kind of find your place in the universe. But really, what it boiled down to, my dad put it a little less eloquently than the father up there. Was just like, fuck it, dude. Like, you've already thrown how many bad? At the end of the day, it's like fuck it. Like, just throw the ball back to the pitcher. And yeah,
dude, people who've never had the yips have no idea.
I know.
Like, what? It's just.
I feel like every catcher goes through a little.
I had it when I had it.
I had it in high school.
Was it contagious?
No, I had it the summer I went to Texas with Howie and Gut. Dude, it would just... Was yours over their head or spiked?
Dealer's choice, man.
Dude, mine was spiked. And there's nothing more demoralizing than not being able to get it back.
And then fucking take it off the chest.
Them trying to catch or block it. And then they're looking at you like, dude, like these are guys good. Yeah. Dude, demoralized. And no one gets it. Unless you had it.
How many games did you go?
It was probably like a week, dude.
But see, you went out there.
I think that's
an environment change. That's different stresses, whatever. But then you left, and then they forgot about. I mean, maybe they're on their podcast and they're talking about you.
Yeah.
But I had to show up the next year with the same coaching staff and everything like that. I'm like, how are these guys gonna ever trust me again? And I think we did battle with that. I didn't talk too much about it because I was like, let me go earn it back. Then your ass showed up and started hitting balls 4 feet. But that's fun. I loved it.
Hey, but then you played third base.
Dude,
first base.
Our catching staff
Utility man.
Our catching
Jazz
staff was fun,
Chisholm.
Dude, we had a period, I think it was a couple months, where he was hitting, I was hitting, and Maxon were hitting. So Maxon would catch, I would DH, and Bogarts was playing third.
It was fun.
It was like, what, a month of that?
Yeah.
That was fun.
So it blew my shit out.
My son's cooler.
Your wife said I could use it. I might leave a bottle cap in there for his first day at school.
Until that's when you rolled your ankle?
Yeah, I rolled it soon around there. And I remember he kept letting me DH, and I was just Kirk Gibson around second base most of the time or whatever, and just because I was hitting, right? If you can hit, you're in the lineup.
Yeah.
I had my flashes of hitting the ball well, like I knew I could, but I remember I just blew that out, and they taped it up. I put, once again, this was the second time. This was the first time that I was like, just tape it up. I'm good. Put me in. Like, I'm not losing my job, just like Gunnar did with his tumor in his leg at the end of the season, and then afterwards found out it was cancer.
He was like, man, my knees been hurting.
Like, what the hell?
Shut up, dude, you're playing.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm like, just do it, and that's why it still hurts today. It's the only thing that really still hurts besides my hand and fingers. But like my knees, they make noise, but they don't really hurt.
Yeah, same.
They're chattering down there, but not hurting yet.
I can't sneak up on anybody.
No, dude, I've been
Crickety crack.
Yeah.
I squat down. I still go ATG, but bad. But yeah, that was the first time I kind of denied the training stuff. I'm like, listen, I understand you got to do your job, but it's not broken. It's fine. Let me get back out there.
Well, like Randy used to always say, if you're spending time in there, you're not spending time out there.
And dude, I was there getting the ice and stem or whatever, because it was a balloon. So they were getting the gunk out of it. And I couldn't walk the next day. I had a crutch, and I felt, never had a crutch before, and I was like, this is demoralizing. Get me off this thing. And Randy saw me with that crutch and like peeked his head in the next day. I was like, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get out.
Get me out of here.
And then the next time was when I broke my hand, the last game. And I knew it was broken. I wasn't an idiot. I was like, just tape it up, Bill. I'm good. And that thing wasn't fun. That was a bullet.
Dude, it was like an oven mitt. Yeah. You had an oven mitt on your hand.
He taped that thing up, and I went back out there, and I was like... Aiden Brady was skipping rocks to me. And he went up to take Aiden... Or not Aiden Brady, but he went up and did a mound visit. I found this out later. And I was like... I'm just like... just working through it. He's saying whatever he's saying. I didn't remember. And I think he's like, you good? I go, yes. And he walked away, and he kind of like was like, you good? I think he was trying to take me out there on the last game of the season and be like, get your kind of clap from your mom and girlfriend in the stands. Like, you know, I went for the second wave and stuff. I didn't get the memo.
Jeter respect.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo. Right, I didn't get the memo, so I still caught. And then we went back out, and he made the change at the next visit. I go, who's coming in? And he goes, Troy. I go, I'm good. and I was like, I'm out. I saw who was coming in. I go, there's no way. There's no way, dude. Even the umpire was like, you all right? I go,
you used a small mitt. You used like
it was a 32.5, which is the smaller side of things.
I used it around the same
32 and a half.
32 and a half too?
Yeah, or 33.
I think Maxon had a little bit bigger one.
Yeah, Maxon definitely had a bigger mitt.
And then, sorry, Tyler Gillen, but you had that freaking Rollins glove. That was just not a good glove to have. I mean, I like Rollins gloves. They don't make good catcher's mitts, in my opinion.
I like the Wilson. I was a Wilson guy.
Yeah, the Pudge was my favorite glove. And then I went and got one of those 44s. They made a good catcher.
Those are new. Those are in now. Like the 44s.
Well, you get to customize them. They're cheaper. Yeah. But I had that Japanese
That was
leather.
a good glove.
Really, that light tan one. Love that glove. Splurged my senior year. Got that one. But the Pudge did me well for the.
Yeah, I had a Rawlings Primo.
Dude, those are nice.
They were
heavy though. Heavy glove.
Jimmy's glove. You just carried around all the time still for whatever reason.
I traded Dalton for like an outfitter's glove because I was never catching. But
you were catching in high school?
Dude, Jimmy could have came in and really gave me a run for my money early on, and then he would have gave us a run for our money later on as a catcher, I think.
But what happened?
They just wanted me in the outfield.
I showed up and started hitting, and they're like, oh, we're good. And then I forgot how to throw back to the pitcher and didn't hit a double to the World Series. That's what happened.
Dude, I don't...
They made the wrong choice.
I don't brag on myself, but I'm a catcher.
Yeah.
I am a catcher.
I remember him catching.
I'm not a fucking... whatever the fuck they were trying to do with me. I mean, I could go track a ball down the outfield, but...
The showcase, I remember he was just good as anyone out there, just gunning them down and catching a frame and blocking. Fun.
I love catching.
It was weird. I didn't think nothing of it because I was being selfish back then. I wanted to play.
No, I don't see it that way.
Yeah. We usually had a good core group back there.
Yeah,
good guys.
Y'all did. It was tough for me to like. There was no really way for me to get in at the time.
Yeah, yeah. With the Dalton,
Maxon, you. There was just too much.
Yeah,
and then Louis came in. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm never gonna. Gilly too.
Gilly had his streaks. Man, he got the shaft bad.
Gilly had a good arm back there.
Good arm, and he could have a little pop, but got shafted. Man, who got shafted worse, him or?
Then we had Walk.
Who was Walking Pete? Yeah,
and Pete. Damn,
I was outnumbered. I was outnumbered, dude.
You were at that point.
Hispanic.
What I liked about the catchers, and really everyone that we played with, there was no that you see on like. I mean, I wouldn't know because I didn't play anywhere else, but bad blood with like people who like played versus didn't.
There was good, healthy competition. But it was never. But it was
all
never,
across the board.
No
there
one
wasn't
was
any
rooting,
like.
Yeah, no one was rooting bad. Maybe we had some bad lemons that 1435 year because there was some dugout stuff happening and clubhouse stuff happening there. Just like
more so pitching staff though, right?
Mostly.
Edit it out. Who are you talking about?
I just thought there were guys we were losing. So when you're losing, things aren't good. And I learned that as a coach again after I started playing. It was like when you're losing, parents are going to question you. Everyone's going to question you. So it's very natural for the players to do the same, find their clicks, and it's very natural. It's not like, but like when Louis was playing, I'm like, well, I hope he does good so we win. But then I hope I get an opportunity to do well too, so we win and I can get an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how it's.
And when he would come in, I'd be the first person when he hit a home run to be out there, like happy for him. Like it was just all across the board.
Yeah, obviously you have that the jealousy or the motivation or whatever you want to call it to like, I want to be out there too. Yeah. And then you work harder, and then that makes your team better, brings your team average up, because now everyone's working. Like, it's just good, healthy competition that's needed.
Yeah, I mean, nobody was 14-35 was so rough, dude. I think I was pitching that year. So who's getting mad at me for pitching?
Don't you have a win against Tampa under your belt?
I don't know.
Or is that Howie?
Howie and Zerbs went like the 1-2.
I struck out Babe Ruth that year, though.
Who can't get this guy out? Jimmy.
It was like 3 balls off. Umpire, yeah. I was like, yeah, could get me.
I missed that announcement in the dugout because I was slaving away in the bullpen. It was, position players, who wants to give it a try? I didn't get to be like, I do. I had to beg for it my senior year. I was like, come on, let me get it. Oh, man. And they played SpongeBob. I don't know who paid off those press box guys, man. They played like the SpongeBob theme song when I was out there pitching.
You were out there?
Yeah, who was it? It was one of you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was probably Dom.
In the booth?
It was probably Dom. Someone paid off Mosier to tell those guys in the booth to play that music. Never heard that song once. Not even for the opposing team. I'm getting shafted.
I don't know if I remember that.
And I remember Guac was catching. I'm warming up. I show him I'm showing my arsenal. Fastball, changeup, curveball, nothing crazy. I throw them all there. I mean, loopy curveball, but whatever. Good changeup. Walk comes out after I warm up. He goes, "Hey, they look pretty good. Like, we're gonna throw one of each." I go, "All right." He calls fastball. Throw the fastball. And he's gonna go curveball, changeup. I shook him off the next 2 pitches. I'm like, dude, I'm not throwing that. Once that batter showed up, I'm like, there's no way. So I went fastball, and then Howie likes to say that he caught it on the warning track, running back, jumped at the fence. But he caught it like shallow behind shortstop. So 1/3 of an inning for Cody, in and out, 3 pitch.
Nice.
Immaculate, some say. Immaculate.
I got a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
How do you guys feel like you're going to not push, but how do you feel like you're going to be as like as a dad with your kids playing sports?
Knowing myself, like if they want to play tennis or soccer or something, a sport that I don't know, I'm going to like learn as much about that as I can to try to like.
Are you going to buy some T-ball stuff and put a bat in his hand to swing every now and then?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. If not, someone else in your family will. I mean,
yeah.
But the thing is, growing up, I would have wanted to play more sports.
Me too.
But I was always told, like, no, you'll get injured for baseball. So I was never allowed to play anything else. Like, I wanted to play football in high school because, like, one of my teachers was one of the football coaches. He would always say, like, dude, come out, like, play. And I always wanted to, and I was never allowed. Wasn't allowed to play basketball or...
Yeah.
I want my kids to play everything.
Yeah.
Try everything, because those kids are always athletes. Like, a lot of these pro athletes, not that they have to be pro, but that you see they're 3 sport athletes in high school, or they had offers to go play football somewhere and they went to go play baseball somewhere else. Like, you just pick up skills and different things from different sports.
You just have fun.
Yeah.
Be a kid.
Yeah. Use sports for that reason to start. That you have to have the love of the game, whatever you're doing. But then all the life lessons, man. Every sport, every good sport coach, or even bad one, but every good sports coach ties their sport to life, right? The crazy one's tied to war, which is not, but it's life. And like you're saying, the different types of sports. I played football in high school, baseball in high school, and then I played basketball growing up. I tried soccer very shortly, but I don't have that in me. My other siblings did. My dad was that old school PE teacher that coached everything from women's basketball, women's soccer to football, baseball, track and field, or whatever. And he has had success as far as like running teams and having good morale on those sports because he recognizes that there's different dynamics. I remember talking to him about it, and each sport gives you different life lessons. Like baseball, in my opinion, is the most like life because you're waiting around and preparing, and then other people around you are succeeding kind of individually but together, and then most of the time you're just failing. It's like golf. Golf's kind of the same thing with less activity, I would say. But golf is the same thing of like you're just playing yourself, and there's other people around you playing the same game of life, and you're all just failing and succeeding and getting lucky and not getting lucky kind of thing. Football is toughness, brotherhood, and all that stuff. Everything's brotherhood team.
A little CTE.
Yeah, a little CTE. Yeah, a little. You're gonna get banged around and you have to deal with that. And like taking action in quick chaos, like operating in chaos. That's what helped me. Football helped me get stronger, tougher, and operate in chaos. that definitely helped.
I don't know if I can let my son play football.
It will be tough.
Dude, I thought I would never say that. I was always like, oh yeah, my kid's playing football. I play football, he's playing football.
It's probably one we need to revisit with our parents because...
I just don't know, man. I just don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think I'll have him play flag football. I just don't...
I know my mom was scared to death every game, like mom should be.
Because I was a head hunter. Like, I was leading with my head like a spear.
Yeah.
And I know he'll do the same thing.
I was just
and it's just like, for what? For what?
I was just getting hit.
You don't need football to be tough.
You don't need it, no.
No, you don't need it. No,
definitely not.
There's other ways to get tough.
I agree with you.
So that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to send them out there.
Then there's individual sports that are a different battle too.
Yeah.
Like tennis. Tennis is huge.
They prepare you to be on that island, which is what we're doing now. We're on that island. Yeah, we have our wives and partners.
That's
like,
all that stuff, to me, that's like prime athleticism is tennis.
Yeah. What about pickleball, though?
I mean,
dude, I've been playing more tennis, actually, which is why I mentioned it. Yeah, athleticism. I'll play 1 set to 6 games. I'll need to take a break halfway through. Like, it's just...
It's a lot.
Dude, you're running. If a rally lasts 8 shots, I'm sitting there like this afterwards.
Yes.
Me and John Devine were playing in Charleston
John
a couple
Devine.
weekends ago. He's an athlete, man.
We're building a roster of just shout-outs tonight. Yeah. Good and bad. Sorry about it, Mills.
4th of July, we went up there. Just
fucking chilling.
Have a good time.
Did you go there and hang out with, like, them?
Yeah. Well, Adriana, she lives with us. She's really good friends with Christina. Yeah. And then I like John and Christina, so we went up there for 4th of July. Played some tennis, went to the beach. Hang out. But
that's a cool place.
Yeah.
Charleston's a cool place.
Yeah. See, time check. So, a little closing question. If you guys had to kind of name a top 3 priority, like of moving forward, just in life in general, like kind of a top 3 vague, you don't get specific, you can hide the specific ones, but like a vague or specific priority of, 5-10 years, next year, tomorrow morning, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you looking, how do you see your, like, because at this point we should have at least a decent grasp. And we're like, hey, I should kind of have a plan. I know your plans are not as typically long, far-fetched as maybe Jimmy's and mine are, but that's because the projects we work on take 6 months to 2 years to develop and get built and end and get into operation versus, you're done in an afternoon.
Yeah.
Weather pending on striping. So, you want to start off on that? Put you on the spot?
Won't start. I'll let Jimmy start. Because he's probably got a better answer.
No. My stuff is never really like professionally related. Mine is more spiritual. I'm always just trying to be a better Christian, and not really Christian, but a follower of the gospel. So, and I'm trying to not just for like my household, just for myself, and just so that I can kind of have better understanding for myself, and so that I can like be the light for the house. That's the most important thing for me.
Love that. I'd hang my hat similarly. Going back to how you were saying, like, what would you do with your kid if you wanted to play youth sports or do whatever, right? Like Rachel was in dance and stuff growing up in theater. So like there's many options that, both of our lives coming together at like what this kid might want to do. I would say that the way I kind of look back at how I was parented and we were parented, we were 4 reckless kids, and my mom was 1 of 7. My dad was 1 of 6. So at that point, you kind of have a brand, right? When you have that large group of a family, you have a brand. Like that's the Bogarts. Like what does that mean when you say that? So looking back on what people meant in Inverness when they said the Bogarts, depending on who you ask, it was usually good. Like, hey, they're hard workers. They'll come help you out. Good family, great teacher, great kid, all this stuff. So, and there's the naysayers. They're always the naysayers. But my focus would be building the brand. Like, yes, you do whatever you want, but then how are you going to do it? What's the substance? What's the foundation of what you're like? How are you carrying out what you want to do? Like you're saying, you're living life. You're being a father. You're getting a new job. You're doing whatever. But you're going to lean back on that foundation of the spiritual foundation, my ethical foundation. I'm building a brand. And that's taken out of context now because you want to build a brand of followers and likes and all this stupid stuff. But like building a brand of your family is, I think, it's more deeper. It's deeper, and it's hard because you got to check yourself. You got to pick yourself apart. You got to tear yourself down to really find out what's making you tick, and then you got to convey that in a positive manner and in a motivating manner, because that's not fun. That's not a fun answer to find sometimes. And then convey it to the ones you love to help you build that brand and the people you surround yourself with, right? Like wife and kid. How is your son acting in public? How is your wife putting stuff on Facebook? You know, like what is she put? You know, things like that is where that stems from. And I think we went back a couple times. I've been rambling. It's been foundation. It's been making definitive choices on these simple things to help build that foundation, so that way you know you're going in the right direction and that there's a purpose to it. I think purpose driven and spiritually, when you're following the Gospels, I think it's pretty easy to find a purpose from at least a direction, and then you have to really define that. But if you don't have a purpose, I think is that where you get lost, and you get lost in that superficial aspect.
You become unbreakable.
Yeah, it's bring back cliches. We haven't said it all episode, thank God, but bring back cliches. Jonathan Camp wants that to happen, so we're gonna make it work. But if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything, and that's been said a couple of times, and that's.
I've never heard that. That's really.
It's bring them back because everyone says it because they want to be like jack of all trades, but then you got to finish the rest. Jack of all trades, master of none is better than a master of one, and understanding those and their cliches for a reason is because they stood the test of time, and there's some substance to them. So we got to get below the surface. So. What you got, Lou? What's your priorities?
Pretty similar. I don't think professionally there's many. I think any sort of job or business that we do is just a means to something else, which is freedom, time freedom for us.
Yeah.
What we're doing now is setting up the future for when we have a family. Like, there's nothing that I have to go do or that she has to go do instead of spending time or going to a game or going to whatever it is. That's big for me and her. It's just the time freedom. Like right now, I've been lucky to work from home most of my career, and being flexible, and her job at UF is super flexible, so that we spend a lot of time together, and like we'll have mornings where she doesn't have to go in until 10 a.m. because it's after a game or off season, and so we spend the morning together. So I think that's big for us. Mostly are the financial steps that we're taking, because that's the reality is the finances are what give you freedom in this world. So time spent with loved ones, whether it's parents, friends, spouse, kids. Yeah. We love having people at our house. We would like people feeling at home when they come to our house. Mm-hmm. So that's a big deal.
It was fun when we came over. Are you in the same place?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want... It's like the maturing aspect, right? We're getting out here. We're approaching 30, Jim, and you kind of realize it's limited. Once you tie a number and say you're going to make this much per hour, once you tie that to time, and you're like I only have so much of that. Oh. Like, and then you start weighing that dollar sign and go, is what I'm doing worth that value? I was telling someone at work the other day, if I worked less time and was able to get that freedom and made the same amount of money or a little bit less, it may still feel like a raise, depending on where your priorities are. You may still feel like you're getting more value in life rather than just the value of that dollar, which is forever fleeting. Yeah. Any closing statements? Questions for me?
That was a good one.
Yep. I enjoyed it, fellas. This was so much fun. Jim, thanks for giving us your son's playroom. I know he's asleep, so it was easy to do that.
His room, man.
Shout out JJ.
Shout out JJ. Not too loud. Whisper JJ. Yeah, put him to bed so he wasn't in here going around. Maybe we'll have him on when he can say a full sentence. That would be fun. And this is my first outro, so it's going to be, if you made it this far, thanks. If you want to be on and you think you have my phone number, give me a call. Maybe you can be on this podcast. I want to see more comments. I want to see people criticizing this thing. I want to see constructively criticizing this thing. I want to see people making fun of Jimmy. I want to see people asking Louis why he didn't shave before being on YouTube, as I have a neck beard too. But I do want topics, right? I want to keep talking about things that matter to the people I care about. And I hope they tell their friends about it, because you guys were very vulnerable tonight, and I think that's really important to be. And then,
maybe a spouses episode could be good.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been...
Louis is a pro, dude.
Louis is a pro, and
good at this.
The spouses episode, Rachel's talked about that before, because, women power. Are you talking about like having us all on?
Yeah.
Like it'd be like a double date, triple.
Yeah.
Maybe Rachel and I do double date type series. That'd be fun. It'd be interesting.
Could be good.
Could be explosive. But yeah, no, it's quality people finding quality spouses. Yeah. Wish you many years. So we're signing off. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Good night. Sweet. So,
I've been holding a turd for the past hour.
Dude.
Go let her eat. I just
watch out. Watch out for the. Watch out for the step stool and what you used to go through. Just hot air. You a lot of bodies over here.
Oh shit!
Keep shit, fellas.
That was a good one, man.